no lie that a 16-35 is a very popular lens for everyday use, for travel, for vlogging, but up until now, you've had to make a compromise when you pick which one you want to buy. You've either had to sacrifice aperture, being f4 is the lowest you can get if you're on more of a budget, and if you want that f2.8, you have to pay the premium and get the G Master. Or if you go the third-party route, you sacrifice better active stabilization and being able to use things like focus breathing compensation. So Sony made this, the 16-25 F2.8 G lens. Now this satisfies people that need things on the wider end at 16mm, albeit only going into 25mm. But if you pair this with a 24-70, another very common lens a lot of people have in their bag, those two lenses might be all you need. That paired with the fact that it is an f2.8 now, which is the generally accepted minimum that everyone wants in a lens, while having apparently the same image quality as the original 16-35 GM, but at a fraction of the price. The question really is Sony potentially hurting the sale of their other lenses by doing things like this, by keep bringing out new lenses that fit into places that other lenses already cover? Like I said in the video up here, I really don't think that is the case. They are essentially making a lens for everybody, to suit every need, every budget, every potential person who wants a lens. This is just another iteration of that, and this isn't going to be for everyone, because some people will say that 16-25 isn't enough. They need that 25-35 reach still. Something that people won't like though is that it is backwards technically, even though lenses have been like this for a while. When you are zoomed out at 16, the lens barrel is extended. Not a lot, it is extended. Lenses have actually been like this for a long time, if people didn't know. This is also how they're able to keep it a lot smaller. Now this is basically the same lens as the 24-50, just with a different focal range. Very similar in terms of size, weight. Focus breathing is almost non-existent. This is at 16 right now. Look at the corners. This is with the A7R5. This is at 16. Let's go into 25. This is at 25. This is with focus breathing compensation off. Back to 16. So we've got a little crop now. Tiny little crop. This is focus breathing compensation on at 16 at f2.8 to 25. Again at f2.8. Now with focus breathing compensation on the R5. Image quality, well, you can make your own decision. Most of this, if not all of this video, has been shot with the lens, and here's a bunch of photos, if I haven't already scattered them throughout this video, for you to judge your own opinion. So if you're buying this lens to potentially vlog with it, this is at 16. With the A7R5, active stabilization is turned off right now. If we turn it on, let me just do it, you can do it while we're recording, you get that little crop. Haven't moved my arm, same length. This is what it now looks like at 16. With the active stabilization on the A7R5 turned on. Look at this place. I was here earlier in the year. It's so nice. This is Nelson Ghost Town. This thing also has really close minimum focusing. So at 16mm, which we're at right now, you can get to 0.18 meters or 0.17 meters if you go into manual focus. And if you go to 25, which we're at now, you get to 0.24 meters or 0.22 meters if you're in manual focus. Now the big question is, why would you pick this lens compared to some of the other third-party offerings that are out? And there are a few options now, and most of them, if not all of them, are cheaper, but they do all have compromises compared to this. You have the Tamron 17-28, you have the Sigma 16-28, both of which are f2.8. You have the original 16-35 G Master. So price is going to be a big thing if you're picking any of those. You also have the Tamron 20-40, which I have. I love the zoom throw of that. You can just flick it with one finger, super loose. You can do the same with this. It's not quite as loose, so some may like that, some may not. But the big thing you're getting, there's three big things. The ability to use active stabilization, because this is a Sony lens on a Sony body, meaning if you're shooting handheld, if you're vlogging, it's going to be more stable. The third-party lenses will never be able to do that. The other thing is the features of the lens, the autofocus manual focus switch, aperture ring, declickable aperture ring, the focus custom button. You don't get that on any of the third-party lenses. And then the other thing, the optics of this lens. Sony is just doing things to make these lenses as clinical as possible, as perfect as possible, with all the things built into the camera. It's sharp, it's better than the original 16-35 G Master, as we said. There's next to no focus breathing. Optically, this is a fantastic lens. And for me, I kind of feel like the 20-40 is a more usable focal range for what it is that I shoot. But if you need to buy this lens to shoot real estate, you want to vlog with it, the 16 makes a lot of sense, and you might want to pick this one up.